Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be covering some battles that I did on stream like 2 days ago or something by the time this video goes up in the Master League Classic. I really like these two teams. Dragonite double steel, really good against like the Giratina double fairy double charm team, and then I forget what the second team was, but it was also pretty strong as well. Dragonite, pretty accessible Pokemon to get. Metagross and Excadrill, not I guess this is the all non-legendary team. Alright, Zacian is honestly super annoying to deal with. And you have to come Metagross. Metagross is probably the best counter to Zacian, but as you can see here, because of the close combat and Snarl, it can still just show a ton of damage. And your best choice is to try to farm down here. They're playing it correctly by trying to double up again. But I should be able to bullet punch down before they get to another move there. Yeah, so this is looking okay here. I'm not going to throw right away just because I don't want to give them a free Shadow Claw. Not that it really matters too much. Mostly because these bullet punches don't do that much damage, but you know, practicing some good mechanics there. So I do expect it to be a Togekiss in the back, and it is a Togekiss in the back. And I'm able to win that. So actually the Togekiss Excadrill matchup in 2 shields is pretty close. So obviously this is very bad for me. And this is absolutely terrible for me as well, unfortunately. I think my next 2 opponents do misplay this. So they actually end up shielding the Earthquake, which I don't think is the right call there, and they don't commit to the farm down. Honestly, they probably should just commit to the farm down, but it would, honestly, with the Earthquake, it would have put them pretty low. So this is a Thunder here because it wasn't enough for a Blizzard, so I let it go through. In hindsight, maybe I shield that, but I kind of wanted to put everything onto Excadrill and hoping that they have like a Dialga in the back. Honestly, would be a pretty weird team to have Dialga in the back. And I figured it's going to be a Dialga in the back given like how they're playing it, so I'm going to throw the Rock Slide at a good time. And unfortunately, I do have to shield the potential Aero Blast here. They probably... Okay, I was going to say like the Sky Attack bait is probably... Oh my gosh, they got the boost, which is not great. And I throw the Rock Slide here. And then I'll do one more, then throw another Rock Slide. Actually, no. I'm gonna build up here. I tried to CMP tie on the Sky Attack here. And they're not throwing here, so I'm just gonna switch here. And the fact that they caught onto Dialga is honestly actually a little bit better for me, because that means the drill run will definitely KO now. I don't have to worry about like do I have to farm down or whatever. So I'm just gonna literally double up here. And I take it out. Honestly, like the Lugia with Dialga in the back is like kind of weird. Mostly because like I understand the Dialga is for Giratina. But it's honestly kind of weird combination here. So here comes okay, so here they also shield the Earthquake. I do have a little bit of energy advantage here, so I just find it very weird here. I would probably just and they don't farm as much that time, and I'm gonna look to farm all the way down and come out with quite a bit of energy. And I think I have to shield this. It's enough for the Blizzard, so I'm gonna go for a full farm down here. So I have a ton of energy, and they come into Dialga here, and then I throw basically right before they get to an Iron Head, and we're lagging a little bit here. And then I stop, and I'm like, okay. I also don't want them to Dragon Breath me down here, so I kind of just wait. What I was going to do here was let them throw the Iron Head and me shield, and then I kind of play out from there. So I'm just like literally waiting here. I have like so much energy on Dragonite left, but it doesn't do much against the Togekiss. But maybe enough that 2 Rock Slides would then put into, I don't know. I really don't know here. So they have the Iron Head. So I'm waiting for them to throw it. Come back and throw it. Okay, here at this point in time, I really, they were trying to Dragon Breath. They were way past the Iron Head at that point in time. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna throw here. So now they are in Outrage range, like pretty much. They have a few Dragon Breaths. All right, Dialga here. Oh man, I lost all these leads here. And I slightly misplayed this one here. This is actually a really, really close game. This opponent played really, really well here. So I throw the Meter Mash there, and then I'm gonna no shield there, hoping that they throw the Ominous Wind, because I would be able to make it to the move, but they don't. And usually what I do here, and they obviously just read me really well here. Normally here, I would just shield once and farm all the way down, but then they end up baiting me, which is just a stupid move on my part. I really should just let it go. And that as well, I should just farm down all the way, committed, and then I could have outraged the Dialga. And, because then I'm just going to use the Dragonite as a sack later anyways. And they come to Mewtwo, which is really not fantastic for me. I try to get an extra one in. I do. I gotta let this go, and they get it back, which is not great for me. And I'm not entirely sure why they didn't throw. Maybe they want to farm me down. Not too sure. Yeah, they're gonna farm me down, which is not great. And honestly, I should just farmed a little bit more against the Giratina here, and I just need to switch out like 1 second sooner, and you'll like literally see like I'll get the Dragon Breath for the outrage as I'm fading here. Dragon Claw definitely will not KO here. Oh, it was so close there. I literally need to do like farm down. I should just literally just farm down the Giratina. And then this outrage take the Shadow Ball. It does like 50%, and then so Groudon, Dragon Tail Groudon absolutely ruins this team. So this is obviously very bad here, and I go straight for the outrage here, right? I'm like, this is like a little bit okay, which is fantastic for me. So that worked out great. So I'm gonna go straight to Metagross. And they have Mewtwo here, which is great for me. And I'm going to throw the Meter Mash here. And I'm in a really good spot right now. Yeah, fantastic spot. I let this go. And perhaps I shouldn't have, because I could have burned the second shield here. But I felt I didn't want to get baited. And I felt like decent in this situation here. I'm going to let it go. And they're basically in drill run range. So this Mewtwo is going absolutely ham on me. I'm not going to throw right away because it's going to be a CMP. So I try to get an extra one in, and I don't get it. I have to let this go. And they come into Melmetal here. They have quite a bit of energy. I throw the drill run here. And then as long as I'm like 1 ahead, because they're going to shield this because they have a lot of energy. Okay, you know what I should have done? I should just thrown the drill run here because I was only 4 away and the Mewtwo was dry. But I thought like, okay, in case they did 1, I should be able to then beat them to the move. And they're definitely in drill run range. Excadrill put in work there and saving me in that particular game. So I really liked this team. This next team is Mudshot, Groudon, Yveltal, and Melmetal. So basically protecting against Lugia. Okay, so I go straight into Yveltal here, and then I'm met by a Zekrom here. So I do expect this to be House Stark's team with Zekrom and Reshiram in the back. I do overfarm here. Try to throw off their counts. And likely they have Outrage and Wild Charge. So I think I actually shield this. Okay. And then I shield this. And then I'm like, if they shield here, this is like my win con here. So I switch her right away. And then I know that they're 7.5 away. So I throw at 6 here. I could have done one more, but I felt like pretty comfortable at that range. And I expect it to be Reshiram in the back. So I'm going to go a few over. Just so they don't know what my count is at. Because 2 Rock Slides, because it's a fire type, 2 Rock Slides should be enough to KO. And they honestly had the crunch maybe like 2 seconds before that. But they didn't throw it. And I'm in a really good spot right now. Because they have to Brave Bird me. And it's not 100% sure the Brave Bird KOs. And even if it does KO, I can probably make it to an Earthquake. Yeah, I can probably make it to an Earthquake, and with the Mud Shot damage, it probably would be enough. So, Malmel just going absolutely ham there, and sweeping the team. So, honestly, very risky play by me double shielding there, but I felt pretty comfortable once they shielded. Okay, this one okay, not this particular one. So this one I messed up here. What I should be doing is I should just take a move regardless, because if they have Ice Beam, which I was trying to avoid, then I would lose regardless. No, I would get hit by the move regardless. So I'd rather just take a move and farm up a little bit more extra energy. So what I'm going to do here is actually throw the Dark Pulse bait here, mostly because I don't want them to farm me down, because I do expect it to be a Kyogre in the back. And that forces them to throw the move. Yeah, I expect this to be a Kyogre in the back, so then I come into Melmetal here. And this is pretty good. This is a pretty good matchup for me. Up a shield. And pretty neutral matchup. I'm hitting with super effective Thunder Shocks, which honestly don't do that much damage. The Rock Slides are doing a nice amount of damage. And I'm just gonna shield this again. And then I think I built up a little bit before throwing. Oh, I'm also at 100, so I'm at 90 energy here. So I do one more, throw the move. And now I'm going to farm down. And I'm going to have a very nice amount of energy. I'm going to go to double here. I actually didn't expect them to shield here, because the Earthquake would one-shot them. But it really didn't matter at this point in time. Like, I was in a very good spot here. And then Earthquake here. And even if they were to, like, get to a Draco here, which is the only thing that would KO me, like I would survive an Iron Head, then I would just double superpower them. So it was almost an impossible situation for them. I do mess up one of these Dive Elites here. For me, I hate baiting. I hate baiting. So I just go straight for it. Honestly, what I should do here, because I know I have another Dialga counter in the back, is I do expect them to have another Steel or something in the back. So they're farming a really nice amount of energy here. I really should just bait. So if I should just go straight Fire Punch and win the 2 shield is probably the easiest way to win this. So I go straight into, I really should have went to Evaltal, but they come to Excadrill here. Maybe I shouldn't shield this. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I almost certainly probably shouldn't have shielded it. And then unfortunately part is I can't Rock Slide. Even non-debuff Rock Slide plus non-debuff Superpower isn't enough to KO Excadrill. Just because of the typing. Yeah, they have Kyogre in the back. Yeah, Kyogre, honestly, Kyogre against this team is pretty tough. Malmetal in the 0. Malmetal is like pretty neutral, and so is Evaltal. But there's not too much I can do here with a shields down. I thought it was 3 away, so I was gonna do one more, then try to catch the blizzard. But even catching the blizzard, the Dialga had energy, so it wasn't. Well, maybe if I caught the blizzard, I had a small chance there, especially if I optimized my play versus the Kyogre. Okay, Zacian. Again, honestly, one of the most annoying Pokemon to deal with, just because he doesn't have any hard checks in the meta. So let's see what they're gonna throw here. They're gonna throw close combat. Okay, they come into Snorlax here, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go to 100, then throw the Focus Blast. So this is a pretty good matchup for me. I resist the licks. They do still chunk here. And I almost clicked the move there, but thankfully they got to it turn beforehand. So I think I do 2 more then throw. I don't remember if I undercharged this. No, I did. Definitely did not. Okay, so I'm trying to CMP tie here. So I throw it 3 here. So I throw it 3, which is like when they get to the close combat or wild charge or whatever. And then I'm gonna look to throw right here. This is on CMP, so I shield this, and then they have back to back. So I'm gonna throw the Dark Pulse here, and then I'm actually gonna switch to Groudon here and catch the. They honestly probably should just close combat it in case I try to catch. They end up wild charging me here, and here comes Dialga. Again, I probably should have just straight Fire Punch here just to get some damage off. But I ended up getting a Fire Punch off, which is fine for me. Obviously, getting the Fire Punch bait and then the Earthquake would have been amazing, but that's okay. Now they're in Superpower range. What do I do? I think I bait here. Yeah, I bait here because they haven't thrown the move yet. And this Superpower would KO them, so they would lose all their energy. And I let this go, and I didn't want to be debuffed in case I got potentially snarled down. And they come into Zacian here, and we experienced a little bit of lag here, and I was intending to catch anyways, and then ended up working out fine. And then I honestly probably should just Rock Slide it right away, because I really didn't need to do that. So, but it is what it is, right? And plus, they wouldn't have been able to snarl me down. Groudon into Giratina. They honestly play this kind of weird here. So I don't get a move through. So I let this go. They Shadow Ball me. And I throw the Earthquake here, which I think they end up shielding. Okay, and we experience some lag. So I was actually contemplating catching, but it probably worked out for the better that I didn't. And they go for the Omnis Wind here, and I go into Yveltal, and I'm gonna look to basically to go to 100 energy, then take it out. I probably could have slightly undercharged when I do get to it, and I should be able to get to it before they get to another Shadow Ball, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, I could have undercharged there, but that's okay. And then here comes Dialga, and I'm just gonna go straight for it. In a pretty good spot right now. And they end up no shielding there, which is amazing for me. And then I throw 3 here, and then I catch the Rock Slide. I put myself in a pretty good spot here. Unfortunately, by catching this Rock Slide, well, actually, I would live the drill run. I actually just talked about this earlier. I would live the drill run, but maybe not after all these mud shots here. The drill run would probably KO me here. So they're probably going to throw in CMP here. Okay, they actually don't. And they're still not throwing. I guess they want to farm up energy, but unless they like pull off the most brilliant undercharge in human existence, like there's just no way for them at this point in time. I guess their only real win con was for me to bait to waste some energy, because I was already in a pretty good spot here. And then the second first snarl comes through on the charge move, yeah, and we're able to win the game there. So I really like these two teams. So let me know what you think of these two particular teams. Hopefully you enjoy your Master League Classic or Jungle Cut battles, and I will see everyone in the next streamer video.